Hello guys, as you today we're going to be looking at a fragrance from the house of Bortnikoff. It's called Vesna Cologne, one of their recent releases. I did the first impressions a couple of days ago and I was really excited to try the Moss Cologne. Vesna was close to that in terms of excitement, but after trying this one for a couple of days, I must say I'm really impressed by this one. I don't have anything like this in my collection, so it's going to work beautifully for spring and summer. I'm really excited to share my thoughts on this one. Now, for those who are really familiar with the house of Bortnikoff and you've tried his cologne leaning concept fragrances like Amber Cologne, you already know in terms of performance what to expect. In terms of smell, I don't think this one is duplicative, so it's a welcome change to his typical citrusy, fruity, floral scents because he's using a note here that is contrasting that theme that is really used to. Now, to go back to the performance expectation here, for those who've already tried the cologne line, you know what you're in for. For those who are new to the brand, bear in mind that the cologne line is supposed to have a higher concentration in terms of oil there that is higher than a cologne, but the feel is supposed to be airy and ethereal, and then with that it comes a limitation in terms of performance. For me, for example, this one lasted about 4 hours where it was noticeable on my skin and I kept reapplying it. While I was testing this one, I was a little bit mad because I wanted it to be there for a long time, but I guess I can't fault the house because the concept was put forth there, so I knew what to expect. But I didn't mind reapplying this one every 4 hours because of that beautiful, intoxicating opening. I think if they made this one a little heavier than what it is right now, the feel would be compromised, especially if you're adding other notes or fixative to make it last longer. I think I wouldn't get the scent profile that I'm getting here, so I'm really happy with what I'm having right now in terms of performance. Now, in terms of smell, this one is so intoxicating. At the opening, you get this beautiful, fresh, zesty, lemony feel with a beautiful waxy magnolia floral, and you have a sweetness that is being elevated almost immediately by the pineapple. Now, before this one takes off and then becomes overly sweet and floral, he added a note of black tea here that is contrasting and balancing the sweetness. I think the darker edges coming from the black tea with the sweet florals kind of balance each other out. The pineapple is going to last about 1 hour and recede to the background, still maintain that slight sweetness in the background with the floral magnolia and the lemony feel. And you have that contrasting black tea. It smells like natural black tea to me. The first time I tried this one, it didn't connect really with black tea, I guess, but now is easy to notice that after trying a couple of days. So the black tea here is lending a slightly aromatic but also a leathery feel to the fragrance, but not in a pungent way. When you smell the natural ingredient at 100%, it is really pungent, leathery, slightly animalic, and then aromatic. Here he's finally balanced it here like a fine light hand here, and then you get a smooth, leathery, aromatic feel coming from the black tea. Adds a little bit of darker edge to the fragrance, contrasting against those bright, sweet, floral, lemony, fruity aspect. Now, those are the core elements, but beneath that you get some supporting notes that are coming from cypriol. The cypriol I get, and it is connecting to the black tea here by adding a woody, slightly leathery feel to it. So it's a supporting note there, so you get a beautiful like feel from top to bottom there, but it's not overly woody. Now, the dried fruit here at the beginning, the first day I tried this one fully, I didn't quite get the dried fruit, but the more I wore it, I got what it was doing. I don't get a sticky, sweet, dried fruit accord. What I get is something that is slightly dried and dusty, almost like sawdust. Yeah, the dried fruit here are adding an interesting texture to the fragrance when it's paired with the black tea. It is giving you that slightly sawdust feel, but also like a starchy feel attached to it. Beautiful texture. Now, into the dry down, I'm talking about 4th or 5th hour with 7 to 8 sprays on my skin. I get this slightly faint, leathery, slightly aromatic feel coming from the black tea, but also some light woodiness attached to it and a little bit of that textured dried fruit in the background. That's pretty much it. And at that point, I just reapplied to go through that beautiful cycle again. So definitely a lot of sprays on this one. Nothing like this in my collection, so I'm really excited to have this one in my collection. I'm gonna really enjoy this one during spring and summer. So that's pretty much what I get out of the fragrance. So if you love your black tea contrasted with some lemony waxy florals and a dash of sweetness from pineapple, and then that sawdust starchy feel coming from dried fruit. I think you're really going to enjoy this one. It is not too heavy, it is light ethereal, but it smells really nice, especially for the first 4 hours. And I tend to reapply to get again to relieve that beautiful transition there. Now the black tea, if you've tried Xerjoff Ceylon, there's a beautiful black tea note there paired with oud. If you like that black tea note there, you're really going to enjoy this one here. You're just going to get that starchy sawdust feel, but also the sweet floral elements attached to it, so you have to bear that in mind. Now in terms of performance, I already touched on this one earlier in this video. The more I wore it, though, I wish for a better performance, but I think if they added other ingredients with fixative qualities, it would have modified the scent profile that I enjoy so much right now. So I'm okay with the 4 hours as long as it's a beautiful scent and I can reapply it. I don't find that to be an inconvenience. In terms of seasonality and situation, spring, summer, this one is going to be beautiful. I think you can even wear this one all year round because of the black tea note there. Beautiful contrast between slightly dark, warm, and then fresh florals. And I think this one is really versatile. It's not something that is heavy. There's nothing offensive about it, maybe the black tea being particular here, but it's paired with some really beautiful, easy to like type of notes here, so I wouldn't be concerned about that. So you can wear it in any type of scenario. Price point on this one is $220 for 50 ml. For the performance, for those who are really concerned about the performance here when they're paying higher prices, I think this one might give you a little bit of hesitation there because it doesn't last long. For me, the 4 hours for the scent profile that I'm getting is well worth it, so I think it is worth at least sampling. Now, if you've tried Vesna Cologne, let me know what you think of it. Again, thank you for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and then take care. Bye.